place where the magic happens. Conversations flow and the laughter snapping. Here at Netters Network, where the stories come alive. Every episode's a journey, every guest a drive. Netters Network, tune in for the show, where the headlines meet the heart, and we all get to know. From the highs to the lows, we've got it all in tow. Netters Network, where the world's on the go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Well,
Chat, can you hear
yeah,
him?
I need to know if the chat can hear me. Hello, hello. I need a response.
It's gonna take him a
Yes,
second.
Enigma says he can hear me now.
Okay. Don't know what the issue was. So, let's try it again. Take two. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Netters Network Thursday Things. Today we are doing Liquid Dinner, the spin-off to Liquid Lunch from earlier today. My co-host is that guy at the end of the bar, the love of my life, Troy Pacelli. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I am sipping on a Diet Dr. Pepper, but I just realized that we actually are... this is the weekend, isn't it? I could actually have an adult beverage if I so chose.
Okay, this is weird. I know in the chat I put that we're working on sound, and I can't find my own comment. Weird. That's bizarre. I hate it when I can't find comments that I know should be there, and that I saw, you know? Weird. Hold on. I'm going to do Control Find. Knitters. Okay, so there's me saying hi to peeps. Sorry, mysteries make me crazy. I have to solve them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there it is. We're working on... Okay. Okay, now that I found my thing, and I'm no longer being bugged by I cannot hear... I cannot find it. I can continue on. I think I got everybody in the chat. Nope. Okay. Hold on. Gotta do one thing.
Oops.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
not what I
oops.
meant to do.
What you did.
I shrunk myself.
Do that. Honey, I shrunk myself.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, before we get started, let us say hello to the chat. Gotta scroll all the way back up to the top. First in was Big Al Presents saying, "A fine romantic dinner, it seems. Nice. Have a great show." Well, thank you, Big Al. And there's that Nutters chick saying hi to that Troy guy, saying that he's the love of her life. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing good.
Good. Oh, by the way, I am drinking a black cherry polar premium seltzer, naturally calorie free. So I finally got some flavored water in. I mean, plain water's okay, but sometimes you just want a little bit of flavor to something you're drinking. And there's that. Oop, I went the one above it first. And there's that Troy guy saying hello, or that he loves that Nutter girl.
Yeah, I can't figure out why I can't fix my aspect ratio. I'm a big square now. Well, rectangle.
Maybe because you're honest co-host? I don't know. But I don't like that my avatar is really tiny in the center. And I don't know how
Just remove myself from the scene. This might fix it. This does it. That's what my problem was. I was in the dynamic scene. I wasn't actually in the there. There we go.
Okay. And Mark Malakoff says, hit the like and subscribe. Duh. Don't make me have Nutter released a Nutterbots. Kapla. Age Boomer, how you doing, sweetie? And he is just saying, hi, Nutter. I'm trying not to let my chat jump because I hate it when it does that. JPRPH1, dropping the emojis and saying, howdy, folks. Enigma Severus with his salute. And he says, good to be here. It's been a long night. Tell me about it. It's like for some reason I just feel so exhausted.
We went shopping. You went to the doctor.
Yeah,
you did all kinds of running around. That's what
I had a doctor's appointment this afternoon, and then we decided, well, we're out to just do some last minute grocery shopping. And I was actually fighting to keep my eyes open. So I took a quick nap, and I still feel like I haven't slept in a year. I'm that tired. Let's see. There's the one I was looking for. Working on the sound. 1 sec. Geek Flag with Nate says you guys have no sound. Well, at that time we didn't. Enigma deleted. Did my thing just jump? Oh, okay. Everyone's still saying no sound. We can hear now. Yay!
Did you get to the super chat?
I'm getting there. I just don't want it to jump because I can only see like 2 comments at a time, and I have to be careful that it doesn't jump. And there's Geek Flag with Nate with a $2 super chat saying we are now 5 by 5. Thank you, sweetie. And did I say hello to deleted scenes? Well, if not, I want to make sure I say hello to deleted scenes. Did I mention I'm a little tired right now?
Yeah.
Let's see, make sure I don't miss nobody. Come on, scroll. Scroll, but don't jump. People saying hi to everybody.
I'm going to bring up Enigma's riddle.
Oh, sorry. Go do that again.
He says, riddle me this. What has a bed and never sleeps? What always runs and never walks? What has a bank with no money?
I know this one.
I do too. Go ahead.
It's a river.
Yep.
And I also want to say hi to Booger414. Booger, hi.
Booger. And Deleted Scenes is later than usual with his list, but all of my regular shows are going on as scheduled. There you
Awesome.
go. There you go.
And I gotta put my hi sweetie in the chat for Booger.
I'm waiting on Sashi. He had his off day today. Fair enough.
I have off days all the time. It's like I was pretty off today.
Booger had the day off, but met my lovely wife for dinner on my way home. That's always nice.
Oh,
What'd you
nice.
have? Where'd you guys go to?
Oh yeah, when Troy and I were shopping, we went to Meijer for specific pizza because we got it by kind of by accident chance once. Gosh, this was months ago. I want to say at least 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and we hadn't been able to find it since because we couldn't remember what store we bought it in. It is a rising crust buffalo chicken style pizza. And when we had gotten it, we'd only gotten one just to try. And then, like I said, we couldn't remember what store we bought it in. And then I finally just broke down, did a Google search, found that it's at Meijer. So we go with the Meijer that it says has it. And we're searching for it. And they've got every other configuration you can think of except for that one. We ended up getting double bacon. And what was the other one you got? Something with chicken in it. Ranch chicken?
Something with chicken ranch, yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious. It doesn't seem right for pizza, but I figured I'll give it a try. Let's see what happens. I only got the one. I think pizza is like sex. Even when it's not that great, it's still pretty good.
Yep. And if you notice, my avatar is a blue drink to be my avatar for liquid dinner, because it kind of made sense to me.
Yep.
That one, that particular drink is a blue hurricane.
What's in a blue hurricane?
Oh, okay. I guess I got.
No. I'm looking it up right now.
It's like I just wanted it for the picture because I wanted something that was that shaped glass with like an umbrella or something on the side for my avatar.
So it looks like Malibu orange juice, blue curacao, rum, lime, and pineapple juice.
Ah, there we go.
Let me see what the ratios are.
Booger says we went to a local Italian place. Ah,
Yeah, sounds good.
Nice.
Sounds good. Okay, so 1.5 ounces blue curacao, 1.5 ounces white rum, 3/4 ounce Malibu rum, 1.5 ounces pineapple juice, 1.5 ounces orange juice, and 1.5 lime juice, freshly squeezed. Sounds good. That sounds good. And it looks like the one you have on screen is all frapped up, whereas the one I'm looking at is poured over ice. I would forego the maraschino cherry. I think those are anathema. If you want to use a drunken cherry, fine, but that pineapple as a garnish actually looks better to me.
Yep, absolutely.
Did you pull this one up? Nate said, you guys already know I was home from work sick today after watching Liquid Lunch. I know, I made you sick. I'm sorry. It was probably because I had the wrong promos. That was my fault. I took a quick nap and the recommendation of Big Al and watched Head of State on Amazon Prime. And it was fun. And I never would have given the movie a shot if it wasn't for Big Al. Yeah.
There you go. See?
Mark had the day off today too, so we made steamed chicken legs
with
steamed.
vegetables and potatoes.
Today,
Days off are a great thing lately.
yeah.
Whoop, it moved.
Now, if people from work would not call me every time something goes wrong, yeah.
Tell them not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah. Tell them, you know what? There's a reason I'm not in management.
Yep.
Call the manager.
And hello to Connie Cleary. How you doing, sweetie? I can't spell. I put too many W's in sweetie. Had to delete that before I posted.
Booger says, I remember so many different hurricanes, the drinks, when we were in NOLA. All very sweet. Yeah, it jumped on me too.
See, that's why it goes slow, because you can only see 2 chests at a time in the little window.
But let's be honest, Booger. If you're in NOLA, there were probably some real hurricanes too, right? I'm just saying. Just saying.
That's why I won't live there.
Yes. Hail, Connie Cleary. Welcome, welcome. The bird woman of YouTube. Thank you so much for coming. I'm thinking of making my own marinated cherries for cocktails this summer. Look, I make drunken cherries. I literally pour bourbon into a glass container, pour fresh or frozen cherries into them, and just let them sit. Frozen, in the freezer. Remember, bourbon, whiskey, that doesn't freeze. So that's the way to go. That, in my opinion, that's the way to go. And those cherries will keep forever. They're well, like you said, marinated.
Exactly. Like Troy gets every Friday.
Oh, no. This is just no. No, it was the manager that called. Yeah, tell your manager, she's got to earn her pay. Unless she wants to raise your pay, which you don't really want.
Tell her for consulting, as a consultant on your days off, is $110 an hour. How will she be paying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly right.
Booger says they were in New Orleans a couple months before Katrina.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Ooh, Enigma says, I love vodka and Sprite with cherries and ice. Hold the cherries, ice, and Sprite. Joking. Irish coffee is good.
I like how you think enigmas. I almost said enigmas. I haven't had any alcohol yet. Holy cow.
Big Al wants to know if you pit the cherries before adding the bourbon.
So, yes, I would if I was doing fresh cherries. Unfortunately, every time I try, I end up eating all of the cherries. That's why I usually use frozen cherries, which are, of course, pitted. So, yes.
Yeah, and they're already cold.
Yes.
Mark says, yes, she owes me.
Yes, she absolutely does. So look, we're kind of winging it. This is a basically a holiday stream, right? And I honestly, guys, I don't think you realize how off I felt today after messing up my my promos on Liquid Lunch. I almost started the stream late because I was trying to get the updated promos uploaded. They take time to render and then move up to the platform, only to find out, in the middle of my stream, I uploaded last week's promos. I got to get better about erasing old videos when I replace them. This is what I mean. It's a one-man show. If I had a producer, a director, things would go a whole lot smoother.
You are the producer or director.
That's the problem. They're all one person. I'm doing too much. But anyway, so and it has been a bit of a day. I was saying I had to take Netter to the doctor today.
Nothing serious, just a checkup.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, it's that time for the yearly stuff. So you gotta go and you gotta sit in the doctor's office, get your blood pressure done and all that stuff.
I want to make sure that she's okay and she stays around as long as possible.
Yeah. So I had to do the female version of what guys go through.
But in fairness, Netter's been busy all day today too. So she had not a full day of work; she had a half day of work. But she was
mostly.
Yeah, she was busy the whole time. And then there was Liquid Lunch, and then we were out the door. So she hasn't even had a chance to see, anything that's going on the YouTube sphere. And
at the beginning of Liquid Lunch, for whatever reason, my manager always wants to have our sales meetings at noon. At least noon my time. I'm not...
Oh, that's fireworks going off.
Oh, I was sitting there going, what the heck is that noise? Yeah, people are blowing fireworks in the area.
Which I guess you would expect. It's Independence Day, right?
When I first turned the noise, I thought there was water dripping, and I was just about to go, what the heck is above our head that's water?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was concerned.
Yeah, so our sales manager will always put our meetings at noon, my time. I don't think he's in the same time zone, so for him it might be either an hour earlier or an hour later. I think he might be Eastern. And so it's like, dude. So every time I come into the chat late for Liquid Lunch, you know that someone scheduled a meeting, and that's where I was. And I try to go in and say my hi sweeties at the very beginning, at least so that you know I stop in and he knows I'm not forgetting his stream. It's just, sorry honey, I'm in a meeting. So it's like I've got Troy on my personal computer to my left side, sitting on my printer, while I'm in my meeting, which is right, my laptop's right in front of me, and out of the corner of my eye, I could just see Troy gesturing it. And so I'm like, oh, what is he talking about? Because he was getting animated.
So Booger says bombs bursting in air. Let's hope they're bursting in air and not in somebody's fingers. That's a common thing that happens on the 4th of July.
Mark, you have a garden. I have a question for you. For whatever reason, I don't know why, we've been getting a lot of, this year only, I've never seen this before, a ton of box elder bugs. Do you get those, and how do you get rid of them?
Yeah.
Without, like, harsh chemicals?
Yeah, exactly. Good question.
Because for whatever weird reason, like I said, this year, we got a whole bunch that were, like, around our back step as we're coming out of the garage. And then, like, I've got a little fairy garden, and they were, like, surrounding the fairy garden, like, all over the place. It's like, there's nothing in there that's, like, edible or leaves or anything like that. It's all resin stuff,
Yeah.
And it's nothing new that I haven't had there before, so what the heck are these bugs going for? And I actually have a little net now over my fairy garden trying to keep out leaves and stuff, and they're all, like, gathered in corners of the netting. It's weird. It's like they're staging a rebellion.
But yeah, absolutely. It's been like one of those days. So, like I said, Netter hasn't had a chance to see, and so I'm just gonna real quick share that. One of the those of you that have been following my Liquid Lunch, know I did a stream earlier this week. Sharing about how a previous guest on our channel had really encouraged me by shouting me out in one of her recent videos. That's Flow with Jess, and like as you do with YouTubers you follow, a video of hers posted. Oh, let me go see what she's talking about today, and she did it again, but this time she didn't say by name. She's like, you know who you are, and she referenced something that I had said on Liquid Lunch, and I was like, oh, that is so cool, and so encouraging. And so I commented her video, and then I went to, as I usually do with YouTube, I went to the little notification, the bell up there to see, what else is going on, and it said, She mentioned you in a video, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Wait, how does YouTube know that? Oh, she literally tagged me in, so I went back and I saw, at Troy Pacelli, which, by the way, I always do with my members. You're probably getting these messages that say, Troy mentioned you in, this video. You should be getting that for every single video if you are a member on my channel.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I was just really encouraged by that, and I know Netter hasn't even had a chance to see that video just yet. So.
No. Yeah. Enigma Severus says, "We support you, Troy. Don't overdo yourself. I've been trying to make an edit, but my mind has been drained a little with other things, so I'm allowing my mind to rest from it. We got you guys." Yeah, there are just times where the brain is like, no. I've had days like that where, even like at work, I'll be looking at my computer going, I have things I know I'm supposed to do, but my brain doesn't want to figure out what they are. So I have to kind of like sit back for a minute, maybe go do something else for 5 minutes and come back. My brain can kind of reset. So
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
Geek Flag 18 says statistics show every year there are more than 200 accidents involving fireworks, and more than 60% of them are self-inflicted, and 100% of them are male. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to share my little almost take my fingers off. There was a you ever see those I don't know what you call them, but they come in like these cakes, these little tiny a string of these little
The tiny firecrackers.
Yeah, they look like firecrackers. They got a wick on them, and they're like a whole cake of them together. And you light
But they're super
the cake,
tiny.
and you throw them, and they go "Prrrr," right. Well, I had one, and it was separate from the rest of the cake of them, the string of them. So it has a little wick coming off of it, and I'm like, oh, cool. So I lit it with the intent that I was going to light it and throw it. But the wick burned so quickly, it literally went off in my hand. And I was holding it between my two fingers. Now, these are little bitty tiny things, right? But it was right, I mean, it was about, I don't know, 3 feet from my ear, because I was holding it with a bent finger, bent arm. And the concussion of the blast blew the two fingers wide open. And I was like, oh, and my head is ringing, and my fingertips, I could feel tingling in the... But there was no burn. There was no burn, no visible damage.
He's still checking.
No, because I'm pantomiming. I'm not on camera. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm basically reenacting what happened. And I'm standing, and I was alone at the time. It's not like I was showing off for anyone. There was no preamble with, hey, watch this. But, I stood there going, ow, that was really dumb. This could have been very, very bad.
Yeah. Mark says, I had to look at a photo of them. In the past, they're pain. They got into the house and will go everywhere. Fortunately, none of them got in the house. Last time I saw those little bastards, Orkin got rid of them. Another simple way to get rid of box elder bugs is to use soapy water solution. Add 1 or 2 tablespoons of any liquid dish soap to water and spray bottle. Yeah, that's what we use for, gnats.
So this is what kind of concerns me. I've heard this about a whole bunch of different bugs. Get rid of bugs with soapy water. What the hell is in our soap that is getting rid of bugs? And how bad is it for us over time? That worries me.
Well, for flying ones, it gets on their wings and then they can't fly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know for ants and fleas, borax detergent, if you sprinkle that down, I guess at the microscopic level, it's really jagged. And so when they try to crawl over it to get in your house, whatever, they get all cut up and die.
That's interesting.
And it also, if they're slightly bigger and they manage to make it over, they the salts and stuff, and if you have salt down with the borax, which is supposed to be the mixture, it totally dehydrates them and they die. Cool. So either way, they're dead.
So,
Mark says the soap dissolves the shells, ants, and those bugs.
Good. So,
and hello to Tim.
Welcome, Tim. Enigma Severus says, or some of those 40% missing a hand or other extremities. Speaking of missing extremities, I've seen some videos online, guys shooting off bottle rockets from their butt cheeks and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, just dumb. I'm sure there's a lot of Darwin Award winners who did not die, but still did remove themselves from the gene pool. Just saying.
Yeah.
There are nothing explosive belongs in the
nether region.
In the nether regions, yes.
There's only one thing that explodes that belongs in another region, but that's
the nether regions themselves. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. Right. On 4th of July, my friend and I stuffed a jar full of firecrackers and kerosene, went out to the parking lot behind the restaurant we were working in, and there was no one around. We blew it up. Every car alarm went off at 50 miles. I would imagine it would have. Yeah. See, my concern about that would be kerosene. Yeah, you're trying to get the fireworks to explode, but I'd be afraid that the kerosene would be a slow burn, and then the firecrackers would go off randomly. They wouldn't all go off at once.
Now, see, my concern would be that the kerosene drops would go everywhere and start little mini fires everywhere.
I prefer my blaze of glory to be for something more noble. I agree 100%. That makes sense. I remember a stupid friend of mine playing with a bottle rocket that he lit and he ran.
It chased him.
And it chased him. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I do remember having bottle rocket fights with friends in the woods, which was pretty stupid. Luckily, we were doing it like after a rain when it wasn't like there was a bunch of wet leaves that could have caught fire. That could have been really, really bad.
Yeah, that could have been. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Well, and only I can start them with bottle rockets, but, there we go.
Here, you were broken.
At least it's the top that's bulged out.
Yeah, it's like whenever I get my Amazon delivery for like sodas, it's a crapshoot whether or not someone's dropped the box. So either the bottom of the can will be dented and won't sit right, or in this case, the top of the can is dented and Troy had to force it open.
The same stupid friend flushed an M80 down a urinal at school for senior ditch day. It went off and the thing cracked and fell off the wall. Yeah. It never goes the way people think it's going to. It's not like it pushes the water out of all the toilets and makes a big flood or anything like that.
Like it does on the TV shows.
It literally is just going to blow up whatever pipe it happens to be in, and it's gonna, especially when there's porcelain, you're gonna have shrapnel. That is, not wise
a question for you, sweetie, is do you have the correct promos uploaded now?
I do over on Liquid Lunch, so when I play it tomorrow, it will work.
I was going to say, if you want to play them now, we are at the halfway point.
I can't, because I would have had to have loaded it beforehand. It would take like minutes to upload here, and I didn't put a Netters Network stinger at the beginning and the end. I don't want to tell people they're watching Liquid Lunch if they're not actually watching Liquid Lunch.
Okay, where'd it go? There.
Welcome, Lester Skeptic Tank Obsessions.
Member for 5
months of membership. Troy, keep fighting for your entrepreneurial venture. If there's one thing I learned in economics, businesses lose in the first year.
I see many in red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Businesses usually are in the red for the first year, and then they start gaining that traction. So I'm not worried if Troy doesn't make this the way he wants it by the end of the year, because I know how businesses are. So, but you got everyone's support, dear.
Especially yours. There's no way I could do it without you. There's just no way. But Nate says, all jokes aside, though, I had a classmate in high school that everybody called this guy because while he was playing with fireworks, he blew off all his fingers, but his thumb, hence the nickname. Oh, this guy. I see what you're saying. Wow, that's too bad.
Enigma Sever says...
Not a 4th of July thing, but in my college, we had some guy drive at and knock out a building transformer with his truck. I'm not lying, no clue how he did it, but that thing was smacked hard. Yeah, we've had...
Yeah, we have a transformer right across the street from our house that I guess is for, like, the immediate neighborhood. There's, you know how neighborhoods are kind of like in subdivisions. So it's like a subdivision across the street from us. We don't have HOAs, but There's a subdivision across the street from us. There's our subdivision, and then because our streets are kind of wavy, there might be more than just the two of us, two subdivisions in that group. And we had one night where, I don't know, it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, the thing blew up. And I saw the flashes across our bedroom window, and we're like, what the heck was that? And of course, all the lights, we were in bed, so the clock went out, and tries a CPAP, his CPAP shut off. And we're like, okay, like, what the heck? And then how the electricity will sometimes then blink and then come back on. Well, that's what ours did. And then like 30 seconds later, it did it the same time. And it did it like 4 times. And it was like, what the heck? Before it finally just stayed off. So naturally, we did not have a clock to get up with the next morning. We had to set our phones. And Troy couldn't sleep with the CPAP. But it was just like, what the heck? Found out the next day when I saw the guys out there with their trucks that the transformer had blown up somehow. And they had to fix it. And then there was a thing, I think this was, I want to say now, 2 summers ago, where my office, my home office, is right in the front of our house, so I could see out onto our main street. And right across the road, we've got the electrical poles and stuff, and there's also like a forest right behind those. And then you got that subdivision, but it's like up on a hill, so it's like all grass, and then there's the house is much further back. Well, it's like it was raining, and I thought that the electrical wires got hit by lightning because they sizzled, popped, made this huge, really loud noise, caught fire. The fire ran down the line, and it was like, okay. Our lights, of course, went off, came back on a few seconds later, and then it did 3 more times in rapid succession. It's like, okay. So I had taken a picture of it as it was happening because I had to tell my boss, I may not be online for the rest of the day. This is what's happening. And when they came to fix it, I had to tell the guys, it's this pole over here, over by this area, this caught fire. There was flames everywhere, and it shot down the line. They're like, it did what?
She was just doing the Madeline Conti. The flames! The flames!
Yeah. They thought it just, just did like a sizzle pop thing. I said, oh no, there were flames shooting up into the air, and then it just literally went phew, down the line to the next pole. And they're like, it did what?
Yeah.
They had no idea. They were shocked, and they're like, then they're rating over people going, yeah, be careful on that line because of this, that, and the other. And apparently it actually caught fire and da-da. Yeah, they were amazed that it did that. And it's like, okay, yeah, I got electricity
so
for
Nate,
the rest of the day.
thank you so much for celebrating 8 months of membership.
Woo-hoo!
I see your 5 tank. JPRPH1 also celebrating 8 months of membership. Okay,
nice.
It's the cool thing to do tonight. Happy 4th, folks. Exactly. Sashi,
hello,
welcome.
Sashi.
Good to see you, Sashi. Always wonderful to see you. It's tomorrow over there, isn't it?
What are you reading?
And it looks like Enigma Severus, apparently you had the day off yesterday, Sashi. I didn't realize that. There you go. Do you have firework mishaps in Malaysia? Or are fireworks not common thing for the people there in Malaysia? Melanchon, flames from the side of my face. See, he knew exactly what I was talking about. Oh, I love that bit. I swear, every time I watch that movie, that bit gets me laughing so hard. I have tears coming down my eyes and my sides hurt. Oh, that's some good funny. Good funny.
Absolutely. I'd like to know if anyone in the chat has any 4th of July plans, like barbecues or maybe going to see fireworks someplace, something like that. Generally because we have a show in the evening, so since this time it's on a Friday night, we'll be in the middle of watching Friday Night Last Call when fireworks are happening in the village a couple miles away from us. But if I happen to peek out through, we got tons of trees out out in our back area. Like, we have our own really huge tree, and then all the neighbors have trees, and then there's tons more trees after that. So if I am lucky, I might see a little firework above the trees if I look hard enough. And then there's the subdivision across the way where they are sometimes putting off fireworks, which is actually not quote-unquote legal in our little village. You're not supposed to blow those off in our little suburb. And I just found out that the suburb we were in today, which is the next suburb over from us, apparently it's illegal for fireworks there as well, in Elgin.
Well, apparently for Sashi, he said we had a whole fireworks factory blow up in back in the day. Massive explosion. After the fireworks became heavily after that, fireworks became heavily regulated, mostly on Chinese New Year. Is it allowed? Okay, that makes perfect sense. Yes, Nate, I did know that was all ad-libbed. That's really why it is so hysterically funny. That spontaneous stuff is just hysterical.
Oh, Nigma Severus says, I am supposed to be going to a coworker's house. We have a pretty close group of friends at my job. They have an awesome house. Not sure if the fireworks will happen, though, at their house.
Fair enough.
I mean, I remember blowing off fireworks when I was a kid in the backyard. Mom would have the sparklers and the firecrackers, and if they could get a hold of them, we'd have some of the bottle rockets. I mean, nothing too major. Now it's like, if you happen to go to the store to get fireworks, at least around here, it's the smoke bombs, the things, the snakes, where you light it, and that black kind of snake comes out of it when you light it. Sparklers. That's pretty much the extent of it. You get pretty colored smoke bombs and snakes and sparklers.
Lester says that he might have a tiny cookout for the 4th of July at his side gig. Mark says he'll be watching others make little dilithium crystals out of larger ones. Praxis already had their fireworks long ago. Yes, they did. There you go. Awesome. I, of course, am. If you are not doing anything else, or if you want to catch the rerun tomorrow night, Boomer and I will be talking about. It'll be the last show of our 1985 film retrospective. I will be getting up a poll for the members. What the last batch of 1985 films to choose from for Monday night's members' night at the movies. And tomorrow afternoon, before we start in on Last Call, Netter and Big Al and I think
Deleted, are you going to be there too?
I don't know if I think Deleted's going to be there, and Sir Torrent Clegane. We're all going to be over on Big Al's channel for 1776. Kind of to celebrate the 4th of July. So definitely something to look forward to.
And JPRPH1 says, I'm going to grill myself a steak and make some broccoli. Oh, I love broccoli.
There you go.
And I know I saw another one. Here we go. Come on, show. Negro Sever says, honestly, I'm looking forward to having a burger. I've been on chicken salad and protein shakes for a week and a half. Would like a burger as a small reward. No bread, though.
Be careful. Be careful when you go for a while without the fat. You
visit the porcelain god.
Yeah. So if your goal is to lose weight, you might lose some sudden weight again. But you're right. I do know how the yums.
Okay.
Yums.
Sashi says, so I looked up the fireworks factory explosion to remind myself. Happened in 1991. 40 plus homes destroyed. 149 damaged. Explosion heard 8 kilometers away.
Holy cow! That's wow. And I picture Frank Drebin outside of it going, nothing to see here. Go home. Just disperse. There's nothing happening here. Wow. It's all planned. I am keeping a close eye. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, it's like I remember. I don't know if the show still runs because we don't watch real TV anymore. What do you call it? Survivor.
Oh, yeah.
There was they would give the rewards every once in a while. Like if you won some part of a contest, you could get actual like island bucks or whatever. So you could buy different things to make your stay more comfortable. And on one of them, some guy had gotten like the equivalent to like I don't know, like $90 or something. And they've got all these different things out, and some of them were food items. And one of them was this big, juicy cheeseburger with everything. And he's like, I want that. Yeah, he paid for it because they'd been on a rice diet for like a month. He ate this burger, and he spent the next several days in the woods.
Yes, I would imagine so.
Stomach cramps and all.
Yeah.
They had to bring him bottles of water because he was dehydrating.
I'm sure that would be very, very dehydrating.
So yeah, you want to be careful with that.
But and just a little personal thing. There is a video project I'm working on that will not be completed until near year's end. I've got some items that I've ordered that are coming in, but as they come in, I can film the B-roll. And start writing the script. So, interestingly, this piece that I ordered is a custom piece that came from... Where did it come from, Netter?
The one you got today?
Taiwan?
No, it was, not the Ukraine. Someplace far... Greece.
Oh, it came from Greece. Okay.
I think it came from Greece, yeah. Actually, if you give me a second, I can tell you exactly.
It was like...
eBay.
2 months, on a boat.
Actually, I don't think it took that long. It just seemed like it. Oh, wait, go to my purchase history. Purchase. That's my.
But the little the little sneak peek that I don't know if you call it a sneak peek, but a little tease is a.
Oh no, I was wrong. Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Okay, it came from Sri Lanka. It was a custom 3D printed piece. And it,
I ordered it May 31st. We got it today.
Yeah. And it was and it was right around the same time I ordered something from Hasbro, something that's comparable, something that's related to it. And I won't be seeing that shipping until September. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and, start shooting the B-roll with this custom piece. And I'm going to have some things to say. I'm gonna kind of. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Fans are doing the best work.
Yep.
Hasbro, doesn't know what the hell they're doing, but I think it's going to be a good video. I think you guys are going to like it. And honestly, it is the fulfillment of a dream for me relating to Star Wars action figures. I think you might be interested in it, but you won't get to see it, unfortunately, until about Life Day, which is probably like, at least that's when I think I will have everything for this, and that will be in November. So something to look forward to, but I'm a little excited, and I wanted to share my excitement with you guys. About Clue, did you know that Carrie Fisher was supposed to be Miss Scarlet? But a month before shooting started, she went into rehab, and granted her work furlough. The studio insurance said no. Yeah, I had heard about that. I'd actually forgotten about it, but yeah, it's.
And then English says, "It's on a boat. The thing was on a mother flipping boat."
Hasbro, or has been. I think they're on their way there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xbox doesn't know what they're doing either. I'm not even going to talk about Nintendo. Hasbro sucks. Even over here, they're consistent globally. Well, that's good to hear. That is good to hear.
I'm having a brain fart. Did I say hi to Boomer? If not, hi Boomer.
Yeah, Boomer's been here like since the beginning.
Yes, I know, but I don't remember if I said hi to Boomer, so I want to make sure I said hi to Boomer.
Yeah, he's been kind of lurking, which is fine. But that is, this was just a kind of relaxing, chill stream today because holiday, and I do think I am going to have to. Oh, and I was talking about Flow with Jess, talking about me, and the reason she was talking about me was she was commenting on something I had said on one of my Liquid Lunches about how Hollywood isn't putting out good movies anymore, and that's why Boomer and I are talking about the films of '85. She said, but I saw a movie from 2024 that I really, really liked, and it was called The Gorge. And so I said, okay, I'll check out this movie, The Gorge, and see, if I think it's any good. But that's part of the problem, is that I've seen so many bad movies coming out of Hollywood that I'm not taking chances on things that I don't know anything about. I've never heard about The Gorge before, so I would have no reason to watch it. Now, it is entirely possible that Big Al did a review of it, and I listened to it and, was interested, but, didn't ever get around to watching it. But, that's just how it is. And I don't feel that I'm being hypocritical here. I do feel that I do want Hollywood to do new things. I don't want them to keep rehashing old things. That's how you end up getting great classics, is because you take a chance and you do something that takes off. But they also have to really think through how they market again, because unless people are going to movies and that momentum is there, and you're seeing those previews at the beginning of the film, how are people seeing previews for movies? Pretty much online. And how are they being reached out to online? Well, they're being suggested by channels like ours, saying, hey, did you see that preview? Go check it out. Looks good. I'm doing a commentary on it. Whatever. Ironically, the exact way that they would get, free word of mouth, hey, everybody go check out this, look at this promo, is by letting YouTube channels play that promo and talking about it. But no, as soon as someone does that, boom, they get hit with a copyright claim. And, all that does is piss off the channel, so they don't want to promote, your movies. And that really has the opposite effect of what you want. So okay, yeah, so Deleted is saying The Gorge is worth a look. So I'll have to look into it.
Oh, and I want to remind everyone that after we end the stream, if you stay right here, you'll be automatically redirected to Deleted Scenes Coming Attractions.
Auto-dramatically shot out of a cannon over to Deleted Scenes in celebration of Independence Day.
Yes.
Right.
And do you want to give our listeners a sneak peek as to at least what alcohol you'll be drinking tomorrow night?
I am not 100% certain, but I can tell you that I am going to be having a patriotic talk tomorrow, talking about the founding of our country and how alcohol played into it. So I will see if, as I'm putting my notes together for tomorrow, something in that stands out to me. But I may have to release the Kraken again. I don't know. I do not know. The other possibility. No, I'm not gonna say, because if I don't do that, I want to save it for another week. So it might be a rum drink tomorrow. We'll see. But Enigma Severus made a video about the Gorge. If you would like me to send you a link, I can at least you can at least see an action preview. Yeah, why don't you DM that to me, and then I'll share it out on the socials later on. Yeah, absolutely. Best movie 4th of July celebration with alcohol was from the movie The Great Escape. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that movie in years. I've forgotten more than I even remember about that. You should be having an American bourbon for the 4th of July, or a Hugeling Black tan.
I got the perfect drink
America's
for you to
Oldest
have,
Brewery.
honey. Buddy's American vodka.
No. That is not. Well, no, actually, the other drink I was thinking of needs a vodka, so maybe I will. Yes. The only time a president led troops into battle as commander-in-chief was Washington in the Whiskey Rebellion. Ooh, good point. The Whiskey Rebellion. I will probably be talking about that tomorrow, so I would not be surprised if I'm not drinking a whiskey tomorrow.
A whiskey or a whiskey sour?
Don't know. We'll see. I'll decide. But anyway, that's all I got, and we should wrap it up so we can get everybody over to deleted scenes relatively on time.
Okay, so the rest of this week we have tomorrow night is Last Call. You're going to be wrapping up with 1985 movies. Saturday.
Before that is 1776, so it'll go 1776, then 1985, and then on Saturday,
Dr. Detroit.
Woot, woot. Yep, exactly.
Let's see. Then on Sunday, we're going to be seeing the Geeky Geezers. Monday,
I haven't put up the poll yet. Okay. It'll be another 1985 film. Tuesday, of course, we're going to be doing our deep dive on Lost Highway, followed by the next episode of Blake 7, and that's pretty much our week in review. So, done. Welcome, Clue. You got here just under the wire. When's the liquid breakfast? Yeah, probably tomorrow, actually. I'd like to recommend an alcoholic beverage for you to read about, Troy. Toddy Palm Wine. Okay, I will look into this.
And hello, you Sarnji. How you doing, sweetie? You've got here just as we're getting ready to wrap up. Remember, Thursday Things is usually about an hour show unless we have an extremely talkative guest. In which case, I let them go because if they're that passionate about what they're talking about, I'm going to let them talk.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Clue says, hi, yeah, Mrs. Netter. That makes you Mr. Netter.
No, yeah, exactly right. Okay, that's it. Let's put this baby to bed.
Well, you all know what I always say. We can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well good and fun. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat. And you're dropping the comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in our family room. We're passing the popcorn and having a great time. And you guys, you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere right now, and you're here, and that's so encouraging. Not just to me and Troy. I know it's encouraging to each of you in the chat when you see the same familiar faces and saying hi to each other. That's just so encouraging. I know I love to see that. So, I do want to thank you all for being here. And remember to stay put so that you are automatically directed to Deleted Scenes channel for his coming attractions. But I also just want to thank you again for the many ways that you support our channels. Super chats, super stickers, the thumbs up, the comments, sharing out the stream. It all means so much to each of us. Without you, we don't have a channel. And we don't do this for us. We do this for you. So we want you to keep coming back. We want you to keep enjoying yourself. And if you ever have suggestions for our shows, let us know. We're always open to doing something new, different, quirky. Especially me, I'm weird, so, if you are interested in being a guest on Thursday Things, drop me a DM on Twitter. I think the only thing is I think you have to follow me first. If you haven't messaged me before, I think you have to follow me first. And then after we have a connection established, you can unfollow me because I don't care. Yeah, on Twitter, I don't count the followers. I really don't care if I have any or not. It's just how they make you connect so you can than message each other. But yeah, just drop me a DM and let me know you'd like to be on, and I'd love to have you. So until next time, which will be shortly over in Deleted Scenes channel, good night and God bless. Bye now.
Network, and it's all for